I have to admit this this sequence of episodes since 1090 has had me overstimulated as hell, man. I feel like the Duck, where it's just like there's too many ideas, too many things going on, too many things to talk about. Like, my God, man, there's so much happening. Not complaining. The pace is perfect so far. That we're just getting into it. But compared to Wano, the pace is perfect. So, one thing I think is because we're starting with a clean slate. We don't have like over. We're not paying up. Wano is basically paying up a bunch of storylines with a bunch of different characters. Everything was converging to this one point, right? This ain't that. This is basically clean slate. Like, I know Vegapunk has been foreshadowed for a really long time and talked about for a really long time, but I do think this is basically is a clean slate. Something else. Maybe the original Vegapunk is dead because like we just haven't seen any sign of him. He's nowhere around, and these clones talk about themselves. They just call themselves Vegapunk, so people could be saying Vegapunk this, Vegapunk that. It could be talking about any one of these people. Probably number one. He seems the most mature, I guess, professional of them. He's the one who can go out into the world and actually portray a mad scientist to the government and to other, the world government and then also individual countries, right? And they would take him seriously. Like some of these others are not serious people, right? So even though they have the same mind, like they have different, they're different reflections of the person, right? How powerful of a personality and how awesome of an intellect you have to be that you need six people to equal you, right? Like, my God, each one seems to be a different aspect, right? They're linked together. You know, you have one whose job is just to eat, sleep, and shit, and maybe shower. I don't know how that would work. Like, you know, somehow, like, they're not really human, right? Like, there's definitely a mechanical component which can be, you know, you can charge this phone and maybe some other phone also gets charged at the same time because they're quantumly entangled or something. I don't know. But you know, that's theoretically possible with machines. I don't know about biology, but for machines it is. So one of them is just a dedicated job to eat, sleep, and shit, so that the other people don't have to do those things. And then one of them can just do all the research, and just constantly reading books and constantly looking up data and gathering information that is available to everybody else, so you don't have to spend time. One of the reasons why CPG Gray it takes him 2 years to do one video is he'll spend 1,000 hours researching a topic for a 20-minute video. What if somebody else could do the research for him and just put that into his brain? He could immediately do the video. While he's working on this video, they're researching the next thing. And when he's done with this video, all this data is just ready to go into his brain in the way he has it organized. Like, you know, so he would have to clone himself. But he likes to organize things a specific way in his own brain. His clone could do that and just present him with the information. That's why I think the Duck does. No, maybe the Duck. You know, then you've got some people who do. One of them does practical stuff. It seems like the female Vegapunk is the bloodthirsty one who gets shit done. Sometimes you just have to get your hands dirty, right? She's the one who gets her hands dirty. You know, and Edison is the one that takes the live data. But also, you know, he gets maybe information gathered in any way, shape, or form. Papers, books, observation, all kinds of things, right? And maybe the robot version, like the I can't remember what number he was, but the kind of big, more robotic one. He does the practical stuff. You need somebody who just, you know, welds the shit together. Okay, let me weld this piece to this piece. Okay, here we go. You need somebody doing that. Much more efficient? Iron Man, look at all the shit he got done. How much more efficient would he be if he had 6 clones? So I wonder if Vegapunk is back from the Void Century. And he created these clones because he was just too busy. And he had them doing all the shit for him, but he made them immortal. And of course, he's not immortal, so he's dead now. And then maybe we'll meet him if we ever do travel back in time. That's my current theory. That's what I think's going on. But what do you think? We're getting close enough where I can start asking that without you spoiling me. Now, the only thing that's going to be annoying, and I didn't have this problem with My Hero Academia, fortunately, but once we're caught up with the anime, then we're all on the same page. Like, nobody has any more information than anybody else. You know, each new anime episode comes out. We all have the same amount of information. We can all theory craft. Finally, we're all on the same page, and we can just bounce ideas in real time. Except for you assholes who've read the manga. You know, and by assholes, I don't mean you're an asshole just for reading the manga. I'm talking specifically about the assholes who read the manga, come back and pretend they haven't, and then throw their theories out there, which apparently people were doing with My Hero Academia. I didn't personally witness that on the subreddits. Another show where they did that, because I didn't react to Silo, but I did watch it. And people would do that. They had read the books. They would come in and float their theories that were amazingly and brilliantly accurate at all times, right? You read the book, you asshole. We can tell. So I hope I don't run into any of that, because that's going to be super annoying. You know, you people have read the manga. Shut the up. You know what was so annoying about watching Game of Thrones? The people who had read the books. I was so happy when we had passed the point in the show where the books had stopped and now it is just show. So the smug book Fs is what I call them. The smug book Fs were always talking about, oh, can't wait till they see this. I can't wait to see this happen. Look at these sweet summer child. They haven't seen the Red Wedding yet and all this shit. All these passive aggressive ass comments and these smug knowing comments that they would always have. You know, it just drive me up the wall. Because I was on Twitter big time back then, right? And I was on the message boards and the Reddits and all that shit. And man, it'd just be everywhere. They'd just be making these little comments. And look at that. They don't even know what they're in for yet. Oh, they like, what was his name? The one, the oldest Stark boy. The one who became king of the North and went down to try to get a spot. Rob, I think maybe his name is Rob. Oh, you like Rob, huh? You like Rob. F you. Just drives me up the wall. I cannot stand that shit. They just can't help themselves. They're just like those assholes in the comments in some of these other videos, reaction videos I watch, where Spike gets introduced in season 2 of Buffy, and he's a random vampire. And everybody's like, Spike, 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 oh, Spike, oh, okay, I can't wait. I'm so happy Spike's here. Well, what's the reactor going to think? Okay, well, I guess this character's going to stick around and become important. You spoiling assholes. Just the fact that you're excited that a character arrives is a spoiler. Dumbass. How do you not know that? Like, there's nothing worse than a reactor who knows what's coming. God, that's boring. I had stopped watching Ellie Moses, and I love him, but he was predicting shit on Breaking Bad so much I just had to stop watching. I couldn't watch it anymore. I can't sit through that shit. He knows everything, man. He's got that beautiful mind, and all of it, like I've talked about, is the architecture. You can see the architecture storytelling, and nobody is better at foreshadowing what's coming up than Breaking Bad. They constantly do that. They will hone in on one little thing. The camera will key in on something. Ooh, it'll key in on the poison. Gee, I wonder who's going to be... Oh, I know who's going to get the poison. The one person that would logically get the poison. Because the camera keeps honing in on that poison. Other reactors, they don't pick up on that. Because, they just don't know the architecture of storytelling. And he does. He's smart as hell, and he knows how the sausage is made. He knows how stories are made. So he's up on that shit, man. You can't get anything past that son of a bitch. So I can't watch it. Who wants to watch a reactor who already knows what's coming? So why would you intentionally spoil that? Well, if you like somebody, maybe if you don't like them, I guess you would shit all over it. Just spoil their piss in their cornflakes and spoil what's going to happen if you don't like the reactor, I guess. Why are you watching this shit and leaving comments? I don't know, but I guess that could be part of your insidious plan. But otherwise, you're just an idiot. Say Vegapunk the female Vegapunk might have died in the episode after she was introduced, right? And a bunch of people are like, yeah, look how excited he is about Vegapunk. Look how excited he is. And then because they know she's going to die in the next episode, right? That would be a spoiler. Now, fortunately, I watch ahead. And fortunately, you guys aren't assholes. But I'm talking about I've never really sseen that here. But other channels, man, my God, it's just so annoying with Buffy and Breaking Bad. Ooh, Lalo's here. Ooh, Lalo. Oh, Lalo. Oh. Man, F Lalo. And, Saul probably less so because he had a show named after him. Everybody knows that there's a show, Better Call Saul, so when he shows up, it's going to be a big deal. But most of these people, man, like, it's these inadvertent ass spoilers because you're not using your brain. That they get so excited about something that should just be run of the mill, and they spoil it in the comments for that reason. How did I get off on that? I don't remember. I had a point, so let me stop and replay what I was saying so I can figure out my point. Actually, as soon as I stopped recording, I remembered, so I didn't even have to go back. I was talking about the smug book Fs, right? Yeah, that's what I was talking about. The I'm not looking forward to catching up to the anime in the simple sense that then we get the smug book Fs who have read the manga and will have their little theories or will be laughing at your theories. There's another thing that really annoys me since I'm already on a rant here is the people that will shoot down a theory. You know, you're excited. I love theory crafting. I love making theories. And they'll shoot it down because they know what's coming. And this is especially prevalent in Severance because the writers of Severance won't shut the hell up. They come out and keep releasing these statements, talking, closing down entire avenues of theory crafting. Why don't you just shit in the fans' mouths? Why don't you just do that? That's what you're doing. Like, specifically, they said there's going to be no cloning in Severance. The clones will not be a factor in Severance. And we were all having a lot of fun. Maybe Milchek's a clone, or maybe some of these other people are clones. We were having a lot of fun with these theories. And they just come out and say this shit. So, and then you can't mention clones in a comment without somebody saying, hey, the writer said that's not a thing. So you're a moron for bringing that up. F you. It's fun to theory craft, man. Even if we're wrong, that's half the fun is being wrong. But no, you're just going to shut the shit down? Just close off an entire avenue of theory crafting. Why? Because you hate somebody having fun? No, because you like people love to be a know-it-all. A certain aspect of assholeness is they love to know more than other people. And they love to tell people that they know more. See, I know. The writers came down from the mount holding the engraved stone tablet that says there will be no clones. So you're an idiot for bringing up clones. I know this. I've got the tablet right here. I'm holding the tablet. It's engraved. See that? No clones. Dumbass. That people just love to know more than somebody else. And so they can't help themselves. You theory craft something that they know is not true, they're going to jump in there, they're going to fly up in your face and say you're a moron. I'm not looking forward to that, man. You know, I'll be fairly isolated. Like I said, I promote full conversations. I'm not trying to censor anything. People say whatever the hell they want as long as it's not hate speech. As long as you're not a dick. Leaving shitty comments just to try to make me feel bad. If there's a bunch of that, I'll block your ass. But otherwise, I've never had to, right? So, because most generally speaking, people are here to have fun. They're not here to just be a dick for no reason. Just, why would you want to? Why would you do that? Like, what are you getting out of that? So, the one thing I will do is if I'm theory crafting and some smug book F comes in and is talking about, that's a stupid ass theory. Boy, you just wait till probably about 10 episodes from now, you'll see how stupid that theory is. Blocked. I will block the hell out of you if you do that shit. None of you will do it. But, you know, they come in here and they do that shit. They see somebody at the leading edge. Oh, they're watching the current episodes. Let's swoop in here and make our little comments. I'm blocking your ass. Because I just, the smug book F drives me up the wall. I can't stand it, man. Like, it made Game of Thrones so much harder to watch. So when we finally got past the books, then I was one, yeah, you don't know what the hell is going to happen next, just like the rest of us. Then we get House of the Dragon, and then the smug book Fs are back, and they know again. Oh, God, I just hate these people. Anyway, these intros are going to get longer and longer as we get closer because I'm trying to, like, hold off finishing the series, right? So, I don't know, man. Let's go ahead and get into it. You know we are. You know we're going. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, he's holding a pipe. Just like in the old days, right? Him and Sabo and Ace would have the pipes. Nice callback. Yeah, that amount of time seems vaguely familiar. They're walking a robot dog. That seems inefficient. A man who wants to risk his life for archaeology. Interesting. You're being intentionally vague. Yeah. She knows what's up. The 100-year void. What are we avoiding with that void? I know exactly, Dick. Yeah, she knows a lot, man. Yep. I remember. I was there. Yep. Which means they would kill you just for having this conversation. That advanced kingdom was trying to kick that ass. Ah, shit, they took you over. 20 to 1. Not good odds. And why'd they wipe out the knowledge of the. Right. I see. Right. That makes sense. It makes sense, right? Even though this is a revelation, it's all sliding into place. It just feels inevitable. So it feels like we already knew it, even though we didn't already know it. You know what it means? Wiped from history. They're dead as hell. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Because I don't care, man. Will you calm down, you big baby? Jesus Christ, man. Holy shit. God damn, will you calm down? You give me a headache, you asshole. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's more than the theory, man. They're not killing people for no reason. He's on his side. Like, he's not, I don't think he's on any side other than himself. And here he is talking about it openly. He don't give a shit. Shut the hell up! My God, man, was somebody gagged this some bitch? We're trying to have a fucking an effing conversation here, man. What if he's her father? There's no way, right? If he's immortal, he could be going around doing all kinds of shit, right? Pretend to be various different people, various different generations. He sure as hell knows a lot about her. As I said, there's a reason they're hiding his face. You're making her sad. Yeah. I'm sure he did know him. Yeah. Yeah, we were bros. He had some ridiculous ass hair, I'll tell you that much. Jesus, that's a lot of jails. Get that sumbitch. He's easy to find because of his stupid ass hair. Unfortunately, we're going to have to kill you for this. Yep. Interesting. Hard to erase a stone. Yeah. The ideology is interesting. Is it probably an ideology of freedom, right? Yeah, I'll kill you. Yeah, yeah. How dare you try to say that? Yep. Yeah. Burn it all. Man, this is as bad as that tree in Avatar. You know, the live action movie. Yeah. Yep, it's all burned up. What's with your hair, dude? Jesus. This guy is obsessed with birds, he's obsessed with hair, he's obsessed with snot. Very weird. That's a weird combination. Yeah. That's how you keep them safe. I mean, to be waterlogged, but it's better than burning up. Right. So he took them all. He's a real one. Yeah. Hell no. You cry too much. I don't want to take care of you anymore. Oh, you sweet summer child. History is the treasure of mankind. Like I said, One Piece is history. Knowledge. How many times I gotta say that, man? It's right there in front of you. It is a little confusing, isn't it? Hell no. Speaking of real ones, he was a real one. Saw. Well, shit. They reanimated all this shit just for this flashback. Shut up. What an asshole. Not the helmet, fool. I'll never forgive you. They're not bad tears. People are idiots. You're a good person. I don't know about good, but you know what I mean. I want to read that shit. Yeah, he left them there. They're destroyed by now if he left them there. Oh, okay, he took them out. Good. Where the hell did you put them? Did he give them to the dragon? That's why he was talking to the dragon. He gave them the dragon and revolutionaries. They came to the island too just to check it out, right? But she was with him and they didn't let her read the books. So I don't know. What an idiot. It's not something you drive, it's something that just runs, right? Just go up his ass. You two are about their emotional maturity is at the same level. That's why they get along so good. They're both immature, is what I'm saying. Don't ask. He thinks it's hilarious. Yeah, you don't understand. They're morons. Well, that's true too. They love this shit. Idiots. Yeah. Well, shit. Incompetent. It wasn't driven. Yeah, exactly. Don't turn it on, man. He's out of commission, man. Don't turn him on. Robin Suki. You know robot means slave, right? Yeah. Let's go through all 5 billion names that exist. Oh. Robo Ace. Yes, they are. I was just talking about that. That would probably work. Robo King. He likes being called Robo King. Now, what the hell is that? There's something on it. The hell? It's a person. Great, some other weirdo freak. Welcome to the new co-star for the rest of this story arc. Like I said, weirdo freak. I don't know what's going on. Speaking of severance, what is taking place? Yeah, we remember. All right, let me peel you off. Another weirdo freak. Great job. Oh shit, he knows. He knows who you are. Is this Vegapunk? I would be very disappointed if this is Vegapunk. No shit. Oh, no. No, no, no. This is terrible news. Well, you're gonna blow up now. Vegapunk with the long ass tongue. Oh no. Oh Jesus Christ. Wow. Oh. God damn it. Can we have one person with some dignity in this goddamn show? One. One person. He's the one person I was hoping would have some effing dignity, man. He's out here with half a apple haired head, tongue down to here, talking crazy. Oh, I just wanted one guy, man. What can I have? One thing. Old, refined old man, prim and proper. He drinks tea and keeps his mustache trimmed. He doesn't have a piece of steak attached to his cheek. He doesn't have snot running down his face. He's not farting every 3 seconds. Clearly, his tongue stays in his mouth. That's what I was wanting, man. Damn. This is gonna take some getting used to.